Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Let us begin to read. The lesson, the summer of the beautiful white horse. This is going to be the fifth video of this lesson. I am going to read from page number 5th, last two lines, and it is I am going to read paragraph 11. Right. I request all the students to have the textbook in your hand, so you can understand well. I request all the 11th standard student to refer the video uploaded by your teacher. Do not go to the other videos. Do not prefer or do not watch the other videos uploaded on YouTube, because sometime in those videos you might not get proper and perfect and authentic information, and as a result you might not get that much good marks in exam, right? So this is I would request all the students to go through the videos uploaded by your teacher, which is very authentic line to line explanation, right? Let's begin to read from page number 5th. I have already explained you the paragraph 10, and this is the paragraph 11 according to my calculation, according to my way of division of the lesson. Okay, let's read it. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. Let me read it from the very beginning. It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking this early morning ride for some time, and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed to ride. So he came along with the horse, and he was aware that Aram is longing, and he has strong desire to ride a horse. So he came to call me, and I asked him question. What was my question? Who said anything about stealing a horse? So he asked him question that if he had stolen the horse, and in reply to that, Murad replied him, who said anything about stealing a horse? He said, and he asked him question. Murad asked such a question that shut the mouth of Aram, and he says, anyhow, I said, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? So he changed the question because Murad shouted at him. So he changed the question, and he asked him once again, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? And in reply to that, page number 6, not until this morning, he said, I have started riding this horse this morning only. Are you telling the truth? I said. So he asked him once again counter question, if he was telling the truth. Of course not. He said that no, of course not, I am not telling he said, but if we are found out, that's what you are to say. Suppose if somebody come for inquiry, if somebody come to ask us about it, then we have to confess this only. We have to say this only, that we have started riding this horse since morning only. I don't want both of us to be liars, though his inner conscience prick him. He doesn't want any one of them to be a liar. All you know is that we started riding this morning. You have to say only one thing, that we have started riding this horse this morning only. All right, I said, and Aram says, it's okay, all right. He agreed with him. He walked the horse quietly to the barn. Barn means a large farm building used for storing grain. That is called barn. Right? He walked the horse quietly to the barn of deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fethwengian. This is the proper noun, right? So he took that horse at that particular farm of Fethwengian. The farm belonged to Fethwengian. So he took that horse over there. There were some oats and dry alfalfa. Alfalfa means flowering plant, and oats, jai, that's the meaning. So there were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barn. We began walking home, and we started going home. It was not easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. So they both were talking and said that it is not child cup, or it is not everybody cup of tea to deal with the horse or to control the horse. At first he said that At first it wanted to run wild, but as I have told you, I have way with a horse. He is boasting himself that he is very good at dealing with people. He is very good at dealing with animals also. I can get it to want to do anything I want it to do. And he said to Aram that he has mastery. He has command over animals as well as human being as per his desire. Horse, understand me. Okay, so now let me explain you in nutshell so you can understand it. This is what I am going to explain you. Alfalfa means a flowering plant. Murad shut him down by asking a counter question about who talks about stealing a horse. Aram tried to change the question by asking him since how long was he riding the horse every morning. Murad told him that morning was the first time. Aram was not convinced and asked him if he was telling the truth. Murad said if anyone asked Aram, he should say that it was a true. He further added that he didn't want them to be liars, but they had to say only this. Aram agreed and Murad walked the horse quietly towards the barn of a deserted vineyard. It belonged to a farmer named Petvenjan. The barn had some oats and alfalfa. They started walking home. Murad told Aram that it was not easy to get the horse to behave nicely as it wanted to run wild at first. He told him again that he had a way with the horse and he could get them to do whatever he wants to. Horse understood him well. So this is the explanation of this paragraph, right? Now let me explain you the paragraph number 12. How do you do it? Aram was not able to ride the horse. He was not able to control the horse. So he, with curiosity, asked him that how he did that. How is he able to control that horse? And he says that I have an understanding with the horse. He said, I have an understanding. I can understand horse. He said, yes, but what sort of understanding? So there is a discussion going on, dialogues are there going on between two brothers. I said, a simple and honest one, he said. Well, I said, I wish I knew how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. So he expressed his anguish, he expressed his sorrow by saying that he didn't know the way of dealing with a horse as his brother Murad knows well. And you are still a boy. So in reply to that it says that you are still a boy, you are still a small boy. He said when you get to be 13 you will know how to do it. And he made him convinced that he is a still toddler, he is still a lad. When he would become 13 he would be able to know how to ride the horse. I went home and ate hearty breakfast. So Aram went his home, ate breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Khusru came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. So he went to his home for lunch, and at his house, his uncle Khusru, who is very funny by nature and who is very irritated, annoyed, and very angry person, right? So he came to his house. He sat in the parlor. He was sitting in parlor means sitting room. He was sitting in the sitting room. Parlor, sipping and smoking, drinking and smoking, and remembering the old country. He was there remembering about the old country. Then another visitor arrived. At his house, one more visitor arrived. Let's see who is that? A farmer named John Barrow. He is the owner of the horse. So John Barrow, he came over there to meet Khusru. An Assyrian, right? John Barrow, Assyrian, Assyrian means a person who belongs to Iraq. Is called Assyrian, according to my GK Assyrian. John Barrow, Assyrian, who out of loneliness had learned to speak Armenian, right? An Armenian person belonged to Turkish, right? So he learned to speak Armenian language, right? So he also came to meet Khusru in order to inform about his lost horse. My mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sip and smoke, and then at last sighed sadly. So he was also given tobacco and tobacco and cigarette. They both were enjoying smoking, and while smoking, he said at last, he said, "My white horse which was stolen last month is still gone." And he expressed his anguish, saying that his horse is missing. And he told to Khusru, "I cannot understand it." My uncle Khusru became very irritated and shouted, "It's no harm." When Uncle Khusru was informed that John had lost his horse, and in reply to that he said that it's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Why are you worried about? What is the loss of a horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? We have lost our entire homeland, right? The place we belong to, we have lost it, and you have lost only a horse. So what is wrong with you? What is this crying over a horse? And why are you crying over your lost horse? Now let me explain in a nutshell so you can understand it well. Parla means sitting a space in a house. Aram amusingly asked him how he controlled the horse, to which Murad says he has an understanding with the horse. Aram asked him what sort of understanding did he have with him, to which Murad told him a simple and honest one. Aram confessed he would also like to know how to have an understanding with the horse. Murad assured Aram by saying that he is still a small boy. He will learn when he will become 13. Aram went home and ate breakfast the day his uncle Khusru visited his house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor and was remembering the old country when a person came to visit him. He was John Bairo, a farmer who learned to speak Armenian because of loneliness. His mother bought Bairo some coffee and tobacco. He sipped and smoked and told them about his missing white horse, who was stolen last month and is not able to find it. Khusru roared again and shouted at him, saying that it's no harm, and shouted that why he was crying over a lost horse when they had lost their homeland. I will explain you, inshallah. I will explain you the very next rest of the lesson in the very next video. Meanwhile, we will begin from page number 6 and paragraph number 13. If you have any query, question, feel free to ask me on my WhatsApp number 7383759748. Meanwhile, Allah Hafiz.